Hello everybody and welcome to part 1 of 3 for this section of your ESL class. This first video will deal with the different formats available to you and how to evaluate them. The second video will teach you how to find the right resources for your assignment topic, and the third video will show you a quick demonstration on how to use the library to find resources when you already know the title or the author. There are many different formats for the resources that we all use. We have books and articles and movies, and we have data and maps and music and government information. It's all available to us, and sometimes you have to find specific types, like what you have to do for this class. You first have to understand the assignment requirements. And if you're not sure about something, for example, if you're not sure about the due date, or how long an essay should be, or how many articles to use, talk to your professor. Remember, always ask. Let's concentrate on this class where you will have to find and use 3 different types of resources: scholarly academic resources, popular resources, or gray literature. We'll concentrate on these 3 for now, but remember that you can always ask a librarian for more information. An academic, scholarly, and peer-reviewed source is usually written by scholars or researchers for academics. It also covers an in-depth area of a topic. It's meant to advance the field of knowledge, and it always includes a bibliography and citations. A popular source is often written by journalists or staff writers. It's meant for a general interest, sometimes for entertainment. It usually includes photos or ads, and usually it doesn't contain a bibliography. Gray sources or gray literature refers to government information or government documents, annual reports or working papers. It sometimes includes bibliographies, but not always. Now that you know the difference between these 3 types of sources, let's talk about how do you know when you actually have a good source, a source that will help you with your assignment. We now need to learn about how to evaluate these sources of information. For that, let's use the word Parka to remember what you need to evaluate sources. Parka stands for purpose, authority, relevance, currency, and accuracy. Let's talk about purpose. When you find a resource, ask yourself, why was it produced? Was it meant to educate, to inform, to entertain? Was it produced for an academic environment? Next, think about authority. Think about the author. Is that author a scholar, an expert, a journalist? What do you know about the person who produced that resource? When it comes to relevance, ask yourself, does this particular source match your topic? Does it match what your professor is asking? Does it fit the area or the geography or even the time frame that you're looking for? When it comes to currency, ask yourself, how recent was the article published? And how recent was the data presented in the article actually collected? Accuracy is the last concept we're going to talk about here. Look at the resource and ask yourself, do you trust the data? Do you trust the references or the claims presented in that source? After watching this video, you now know the different formats you will need to look for this class. You also know how to use Parka, the acronym Parka, to evaluate the sources you find. You can always go to the library website at library.yorku.ca and click on Ask a Question so you can connect with a librarian. Thank you for watching, and see you in part 2.